just laughing because it's a weird angle. Ew, my lips crusty. Sorry. So I wanted to leave that audio in. I feel like it sets the entire tone for this video, and the fact that during this video I was doing entirely too much the entire time. And also part of the reason I don't record voiceovers or just audio in real time, because I don't know, I'd be doing too much sometimes. But hi, my name's Nisha. I'm the owner and creator of Otter Soap Company, and today we're making hot chocolate soap. And I feel like part of my problem is that I didn't notice that my camera was set up incorrectly, because y'all are kind of, this might not make sense, but y'all are vertical when y'all are supposed to be horizontal. Obviously this picture is horizontal, but y'all are supposed to be on the other side of the table and not where you are. So you're getting a lot more views that you wouldn't normally get, which I will fix later, but the whole start of this video is just a little bit off. But it was set up this way because I did a TikTok live. I just never moved light back, so yeah, next time and later in the video it's gonna be better. But the plan for this soap is quite simple. It's going to be a frosted soap, and I'm not really going to use much color because the discoloration is going to do mostly what I want. It's going to discolor to a really dark brown, and the most I'm going to do to it is pour off a little bit and add an accent color, just a little bit lighter brown. But for most part, this is almost a completely uncolored soap. And because this fragrance darkens the soap so much, I'm only going to put it in the main batter and not in the frosting. I'm going to leave the frosting unscented and just color it with titanium dioxide to make it a little bit whiter and more like whipped cream. And I anticipate this soap to be pretty peaceful and pretty easy making, so I was really enjoying just the stirring and watching everything saponify. So here is our hot chocolate fragrance in Nature's Garden. It smells absolutely delicious and just like hot chocolate, as you can see by me just sniffing the fragrance. But I'm going to pour into all this batter, then later I'm going to pour off into a smaller container and just put a little bit of titanium dioxide just to create a little bit of an accent brown. And if you thought I was doing too much in the beginning of this video, this is when I really started doing too much, because for some dumb reason I decided to mix up the fragrance with the blender, which I never do, and I don't know why I did it then, but that was my first mistake. I mean, the only reason I would do that is if it was a layered soap, and this is not going to be a layered soap, so I really just made the batter set up a lot faster than it should have, because this was supposed to have no acceleration, no ricing, no separating, any of that, no acceleration, and by doing this, I accelerated to a very thick trace, and I began to not panic, but just move a bit quicker because I knows I might have messed up a bit. So as you can see, I'm quickly trying to scrape everything off the blender because it's getting not super thick, but thicker than I was hoping to. So I'm quickly pouring off the accent color, and again, I'm not going to do anything but add just a little bit of titanium dioxide to create a lighter brown. Whatever discoloration does, just a little bit lighter brown than that. And we're going to clean off our spatula right quick, and as you can see, this batter is a little bit thicker than I would like, but it's not a problem yet, just a little bit thicker than I like. I really want this to be like a smooth, not necessarily a drop swirl type pour, because I was going to use a hanger swirl tool with it anyway, but definitely not this thick. And I only want this to discolor to a lighter brown. I don't at all want to get close to a white shade, just a lighter brown. But this is what our main batter is looking like, much thicker than I want it, but again, not necessarily a problem. And it took me forever to figure out the angle for this mold because I had the camera set up weird. I still couldn't figure it out why everything was so weird, but we're still pushing on. And it's also part of the reason I keep looking up a lot, and the reason you can see my head. You normally would not be able to see my head, and you shouldn't see my head, but this is what we're working with. I'm holding the bowl up a little bit higher because it's so thick, and I'm hoping that it will kind of sink to the bottom with gravity, you know, how gravity works. I'm hoping it's going to sink to the bottom. And I'm going to continue to alternate these layers until I'm done with everything. I'll get back to you when I am frosting. I want to mention this part as well. I'm trying to get this top as flat as possible to be able to frost on top of. And also, you wouldn't normally see this part because the camera wouldn't allow, but since we're at an odd camera angle, this is what I do sometimes just to get the air bubbles out and get the top flat. I bang it on the floor. So if you're interested in when I pull off camera, that's what I'm doing sometimes. And I was also struggling to get my hanger tool all the way to the bottom and swirl everything because I had my batter so thick at this point. But I just want to show you. I don't know, I'm trying, man, I'm trying. I know it does not look like hot chocolate at all. I'm solely relying on the discoloration to pull everything together at the end. So this is our frosting batter, and it took me absolutely forever to get this to be the right consistency, and even then it's still not. But I just want to show you what it looked like. I thought it looked delicious, kind of like cake frosting, but obviously you can't eat it, but it looks delicious. I just want to show you. Also kind of like yogurt, cake frosting or yogurt. But anyway, it looks delicious. You can't eat it, it's soap, but I just want to show you because that was cool. And while I was at it, I also want to show you guys how I fill my piping bags. I take a separate measuring bowl and put the piping bag inside of it just in case we have any spillage, but I'll either take a bowl and pour it like this, which is obviously a little bit too messy, or I would take a spatula and kind of scoop it into there. But I also want to show you, I have the piping bag kind of at a crinkle type bent way, whatever you want to call it, to make sure that the batter doesn't spill as I put it in there. But yeah, that's all I want to show you. And I know you guys asked me to slow my videos down, but I promise you if I did not speed this portion up, we were all going to die because it took literally forever. And I wanted to make this soap and have videos out a lot sooner, but unfortunately I got sick and I was disgusting and coughing for like 3 weeks. I'm still not really fully over it. There's still like a little bit going on, but for the most part, I'm fine and over the worst part. But yeah, I was kind of not having a good time for 2 weeks. So videos and everything got slowed down for a minute, but I'm feeling a lot better now. I was super excited to make this soap. And I forgot to add such an important element to this soap. We are adding marshmallows to the top. Of course, everything is completely made out of soap, but we are adding marshmallows to the top. I'm also going to dust some brown mica powder and some gold mica powder over the top to kind of create a cocoa powder look on the top of the frosting. But I also added gold to it because I feel like the brown was just a little bit too dull. But I'm also not seeing the full effect of the soap because it's not discolored, so it looks kind of off anyway. But right here, I'm placing all of our marshmallow soap embeds. I'm trying to place them somewhat strategically, so that they're not cut off when I cut the soap. But yeah, I'm placing some on top and 2 on the side, so each bar should have 5 marshmallows each. But here's how everything is looking up close. I think it's so cute. I'm so excited to see when it discolors so I can really get the full effect. But let me tell you, this room smells absolutely amazing. I'm loving the way this looks at the moment. I can't wait to see how everything else looks when it discolors. But I will see you guys in 18 to 24 hours for the cut. And hopefully we'll have a darker looking soap as well so you get an idea of how it's going to look. But yeah, see you guys in 18 to 24 hours for the cut. Alright, here's our loaf. I should have banged it a little bit more on the table on the floor because we have a couple little happy little air pockets, but that's fine. It shouldn't be a big deal because everything else looks absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited to cut it. I decided this time that no matter what, every bar is going to get their embeds, their little marshmallows on top. And so but the cutting was a little bit awkward because some of the marshmallows were placed a little bit off, but for the most part, it went really well. And remember, guys, this soap is going to darken to a much deeper, more chocolatey brown. I know it kind of looks like I almost dropped that. I know it kind of looks like cake batter color, but it is going to darken to more of a chocolate. And I will show you guys how it looks in a couple days towards the end of this video. So make sure you stick around to see the final end result of the chocolatey bar. But I absolutely love the way this came out. I'm so happy with the marshmallows. It smells absolutely fantastic. I know it's going to feel great. The long mold isn't exactly the size of my bars. My bars are kind of an awkward size. They're 3 and 1/4 inches wide. So I did have to cut off some of the soap so it'd be cohesive with all my other bars. So some of the frosting did get a little bit leveled because of that, but that's no big deal. It still looks good, still smells good, and still is going to feel fantastic. And I will also work to not do that in the future. I'm of course going to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. We're inching ever so close to 1,000 followers. I think right now we're at 550 something, and we're almost to 1,000. I'm so excited by it, and oh, I'm glad y'all coming with me on this journey. Also, check out my social medias and my website. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Otter Soap Company everywhere. Also, check out my website. This bar is not yet available, but I have plenty of other soap in stock currently at www.ottersoapcompany.shop. I also do sell gift wrap versions of all the soaps, so if you're doing Christmas gifts, I'll place a picture of what it looks like here. But if you are doing Christmas gifts or birthday gifts or just random gifting, then I do have gift wrap versions on the website as well. But here's just a different angle to look at. I'm very happy with how this bar came out. It is almost completely perfect. You know, I'm hard on myself, but it's almost completely perfect. And I can't wait for you guys to see how it darkens. The marshmallows look great, it smells great, and it's all around great bar. Here's what I was talking about where some of the frosting got a little bit cut off. It's a little awkward looking, but yeah, we'll do better next time. But other than that, I'm completely happy with everything, how everything came out. And yeah, here's how the darker bars are looking after the discoloration. I think currently they got slightly darker than this, but not enough to, you know, but they're about this color. It's more chocolatey, more hot chocolatey. I really like it. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll join you or see you or whatever, in the next video. Bye guys.